Your time is up. The Deputy Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to support the motion. That is very important as a country and as a nation to look at what has happened, probably in retrospect, and study CBC and understand it. One, I want to acknowledge that CBC has faced headwinds in its implementation. And these headwinds it is suffering from did not start because GSS now has started. It started from the first day grade 1 pupils started. CBC is not about GSS. It's about a whole system, a whole curricula that started from PP1, PP2, grade 1, until now we are entering grade 7, which is another phase of the CBC curriculum. Madam Speaker, even at the beginning of PP1 and PP2, and grade 1 and grade 2, there were problems, there were issues. But the ministry, under the leadership of the late Professor Magoha, was able to take CBC forward until now it has reached grade 6 and now grade 7. We need to congratulate the people at the ministry for the good work they have done. To say that CBC is a failure in this country is misinformation, it is wrong, and it should not continue. CBC has succeeded. Now we face a challenge ahead of us. How do we now transit from primary school to junior secondary school? That is the hitch. And that hitch is something that will be within a year. And in the next year, 2024, we'll have gone to JSS 2. And I think this country is able to overcome this. When 844 started, it started on the same footing. When I was studying curriculum development and implementation of curricula in this country at Kenyatta University during my days, we used to say 844 has failed. But today people are sitting in this parliament and saying 844 succeeded. But it did not start on a rosy ground. It started first on a very shaky ground. But eventually, as a country, we moved forward, put in the best pillars, put in the best foundation, and 844 succeeded. Same as CBC. It will succeed, but it will require us as leaders to say we have a duty of care to the young people, put our brains and resources to it, and ensure that CBC succeeds. To sit here and to stand here to say that CBC is a failure and we predict that it will fail, we are saying Kenya is going to fail as a country. We cannot sit here and pray that our president fails. I'll sit here and pray that our country fails. No responsible leader can sit and pray that his country fails. As a country, we need to move forward and look at what are the challenges that we face. What we have now in JSS are challenges. The first challenge is about human resource, teachers. How are we going to galvanize the support of and support TSC to ensure that we have teachers? This is the budget-making house. We need to say, how much money do we need for teachers? And fight to ensure that we have enough for teachers. How much resources do we need to push JSS forward in terms of desks, in terms of human resource, in terms of equipment and everything, so that we can sit back here and say, it looked like it would fail, but because we stood up as teachers, it has succeeded. And that is how this country has been built, on a spirit of resilience, on a spirit that we can succeed even when the odds look against us. That's how we build a strong nation. So for me, it is a challenge. It is a challenge that we need to face. And I cannot stand here and the people of Kilifi North say, even my MP has said JSS has failed. And tomorrow a child wakes up going to class and saying, I want to join JSS. What have I told that child? What have I told that teacher? They require our motivation. And they require us to rally behind this government to ensure that CBC succeeds. Because Kenya will gain international repute. And even your children, when they go out there to seek for work and for employment in other countries, they will be respected because we have built a system, a resilient education system. So, Madam